Welcome to another episode of Predictions with the Geek. I'm your host, Bro Power the Geek, and the next fight on the card is a lightweight clash between Yanal Ashmouz versus Trevor Peek. Alright, let's dive into this wild ride of a matchup. First up is Trevor Peek, who brings a record of 9-2 to the Octagon and is 2-2 in the UFC. He's currently a minus 130 favorite, but don't let that fool you, he's basically a human wrecking ball. Trevor didn't just enter the UFC, he stormed in through the Contender Series, leaving his opponent in a daze with a knockout so powerful it probably shook the entire arena. Before the UFC, Trevor was finishing fights faster than you can say TKO. His style? Think of a hurricane that forgot to take cover from a tornado. Trevor's punches are devastating, but his defensive strategy is about as sturdy as wet tissue paper. He'll gladly eat a few haymakers just to land his own classic "I'll take three to give you one" approach. His fighting style is as chaotic as a toddler on espresso, and while that makes for thrilling fights, it also leaves him open to some spectacular misses. Chepe took full advantage of that in their bout, dancing around Trevor like he was a matador, and Trevor was the bull. Despite that, Trevor's sheer toughness kept him upright. One can only hope he eventually learns to temper his wild swings with a touch of finesse. But until then, his kill-or-be-killed approach is a fan-favorite roller coaster. Now let's talk about Trevor's opponent, Yanal Ashmouz. Yanal enters the cage as a plus 110 underdog with a record of 7-1. He burst onto the UFC scene with a knockout so fierce that it left Sam Patterson reeling and left me cursing my bad bet on Sam. Yanal's got power in spades, with 4 knockouts and 2 submissions in his resume, so he's a threat anywhere the fight might go. However, his takedown defense is like Swiss cheese, full of holes, and his performance against Chris Duncan was like watching someone try to dance with 2 left feet. Yanal was slow, predictable, and seemed to be swinging at a punching bag instead of his opponent. Then, to add a plot twist, we found out Yanal broke his wrist in the first round. Talk about bad luck. Despite this, his chin held up, and he managed to avoid being finished. Older fights show his power, but against lower-level competition, so it's hard to gauge his true potential. So who takes the win? Both fighters are unyielding and used to being the dominant force in their bouts. They both throw punches like they're trying to set off fireworks. On the ground, they're both dangerous, so expect this fight to be a full-on slugfest. If I had to place my bet, I'd put my money on Trevor Peek. His ability to absorb punishment and keep pressing forward makes me think he'll emerge as the last man standing. Will he rise to the occasion and give us another knockout show? If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And hey, don't be shy. Drop a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who's really got the crystal ball around here. Until next time.